Hey everybody, it's ET. We're on episode 27 of Making Sand City. Crazy. So many episodes already. I'll just try to adjust this so that my head's not on the top of the screen. So that seems pretty good. Alright. I redid the lighting a little bit, so the lighting's now just hitting the green screen and not the side of my face the whole time. So that's good. Uh, yeah. Lighting's like right behind me. Like if you look behind me in the back there, that's where the light is. Just one light source, the fluorescent light shooting upwards. So I hope that works. Alright, so what are we going to be talking about today? We're going to finish the top-down view that we were working on last time, and then we also want to make an option screen. I'm really new to the whole Unity UI system, so I'm going to be doing a lot of like Googling and stuff in between. So bear with me, but hopefully by the end of this episode, we'll have a top-down view and an option screen, at least to maybe map some input, like left click does this, right click does this. It's the plan at least, so we'll see. Alright, so let's get started. So how do we get started? Oh, by starting the timer. That would be great. I guess I could post something on Facebook right quick saying I started the stream. Usually I pull up my dashboard first. So dashboard, Facebook. Yep, I like to get this description. I like to go here, say stream, start it. Uh-oh, I hear myself in the background. Alright, there we go. And then go here, hurry up, hit hide video preview. Whoa, hey Keyard, man, you got me like right when I started. Welcome back, dude. And how do I do this? Go here and post it right there. Minus this huge picture. Post. Done. Alright. Thank you, thank you. It's always hard to remember to start that damn timer. Here we go. So, top-down view and option screen. We're going to use Unity. That's the software we'll use. Oh, your phone alerts you when I start. How awesome. I need to subscribe to some people and start stealing some of their awesome ideas. So, okay, oh, I remember last time I was playing with the Android and I couldn't get the remote to work. So I took a few more, like another 30 minutes, and I got it working afterwards. I'm gonna get my phone. I'll be right back. I don't know where my phone is, so I'm gonna use my Pebble. See my Pebble? And I'm gonna say, hey, find my phone. And you know what? I think it's outside because I don't hear it. Oh, it is outside. Alright, so yeah, my phone was outside. And okay, what did I want to show you? Okay, so here's my phone. It's nice and toasty from being sitting outside for like the last 30 minutes. I need a USB cable. Come here, USB cable. Here, boy. Alright, good. Got my USB cable, so my phone's plugged in. It's A01. What else? Has the USB debugging enabled, so I had to enable that. And had to install a few things on Unity. I had to, if I go to my preferences and I go to external tools, I had to make sure I had the Android SDK and specify where it's installed, and the JDK, the Java Developer Kit, and make sure tell it where that was installed. Once you got those two things, start up Unity, and then start up your Unity remote app on here. It's, yeah, I know it's really glossy. So that's the Unity remote app, and so now when I hit play on the Unity right here, it should hopefully play everywhere. See? Oh, it'd probably be better this way. But look, now you can see both things on the little Android phone. I don't know what left click does. Oh, I'm digging. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm digging. I'm digging that mound. But anyway, yeah, you can test immediately on your phone. I think that's so cool. Anyway, yeah, let me check the chats right quick, and then we'll get started. I closed all the chats out, so I know key art. I see something about key art above my head. So let's see. Twitch, ETdoFresh. Forgot to pop out the chat. Pop it out. Pop it out. Yeah. Popped it out. Okay. Crap. I can't see the chats now. Cool. Pig art. I gotta check him out. Is he on the creative channel or is he on the game development channel? Key Art said there's a guy named Pig Art who does modeling, and he's the same age as him and puts Key Art to shame, which doubtful, but alright. And I wonder what he uses too. Like, I wonder if he's like using 3ds Max, if he's using Maya, if he's using Blender. Yeah. So okay, this is our top-down camera. I'm gonna place some of this sand back. Depends what he's doing. Yeah, absolutely. It's better to use the correct tool than try to use one tool for everything, right? Like, there's a good tool to do one thing, and it's worth all the money to get the right tool for the right job. So totally agree. Cool. He's on creative, doing some portfolio stuff. That's awesome. That's what I need to do. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing, but not really. Like, who's gonna say, oh look, ET's on here making this game and it's a sand building game? How awesome. Well, hopefully someone thinks that one day. Once I get it up and running, people, I'm sure, will be more receptive to it. Alright, anyway, here we go. So we got the top down camera. So if I go to top down camera, and what do I do? I guess I'll just look at the scripts. I'm gonna look at the camera follow script. I think that one's okay. Key Art says that's exactly what I think. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Rotate and zoom. Alright, let me think of the big picture. What do I want to do with this freaking camera? Left click is definitely going to dig. Right click is going to play sand. That's all perfect. I don't know. I think until I get my option screen, which is going to be the second half of this, I'm just going to disable right click as a option for the input. So if I go to edit, project settings, input, see how I have alternate? I have it right now as mouse 1, which is right click. I think I'm going to disable that from the camera control script. So the camera rotate and zoom, I think what I'm doing is I'm saying if your vertical scroll wheel, no, that's not the one I'm worried about. That's the zoom. The rotate, what am I using for rotate? Here we go. If horizontal or else if alternate. I think I'm going to just comment out this alternate code stuff for right now until I figure out what I really want to do. So Control K, Control C, comments all that code out. So all I got is the horizontal now. So if I go back to my game, I hit play, it'll do stuff. Now if I can do left click to dig, right click to place, and then left and right on my keyboard to rotate, but right on my mouse doesn't do anything now. I mean, it places sand and that's all it does, which is what I wanted to do. And then up and down rotates. Okay, so what else do I want this to do? So we got this working. There's like one more or two more things I really want to do. And I think I want to pan left or right and look up and down. Because I kind of want to look down. I kind of want to, so like if you imagine this pink dot right here, like the center, I don't want to just stay looking at one angle around it like this. I kind of want the player to be able to look at it here, or even orbit up above it a little bit, just so it's kind of looking down on the dot. So you don't have to have this kind of static view of it. How am I going to control that? That's a great question. Right now I'm using left and right to go rotate left, right, up and down to zoom left and right, but maybe I need to change that, and maybe I just need to not be able to zoom. I kind of like the idea of zooming. So we need three things. We need zoom, rotate left, right, rotate up and down. And then I feel like you get, oh, and pan. Oh my gosh. So I have so many controls that I want to do in my mind, but I can't think of what I need to keep. Oh, dun, 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 dun. And how would I do it? Just trying to keep my controls very simple. Yeah, I'm thinking. Or just keep it simple, stupid. Don't do. Be happy with this and call it a day. Maybe I'll keep it simple, stupid for now. Don't get too crazy with the controls. Is this for on the phone? Keyard ask. Yes, one of my goals is to get it on the phone, but for development purposes right now, don't want to get hung up on all the small details, because if I do that, I'll spend 10 minutes doing just that, getting hung up on these small details, and it's just not worth it, right? Like, you need to get the game ready first, then you can work on the details later. And I know some of them is going to be like base stuff where, like, oh man, maybe if I build the base right first, I can build this better thing above it. So like, maybe I need to get all the controls done correctly now, otherwise everything afterwards might be screwed up. And that is a valid argument. But me not having any games under my belt and really just trying hard to push forward to get one game out, I think I'm gonna just kinda not get hung up on these things and just go forward. I think that is the key to victory here. Okay, so that being said, I'm gonna keep this with this camera. Okay, so right now I have player camera disabled, but I want to toggle between these cameras. So right now, where's my toggle script? My toggle script should be on game controller. I'm gonna go ahead and enable the main camera again. This one's disabled. Let me just see what happens. What's the default behavior for this crazy thing? Oop, I'm already stuck in here. Alright. Oh, you can see the pink dot, which is awesome actually, I think. Alright, tab doesn't do anything. It's freaking out because there's two cameras going. Alright, so definitely want to disable the camera or just disable this whole thing. Oh, I also disabled the toggle script. So let me just look at the toggle script right quick before I play it again. Alright, toggle basically checks for tab and then goes through the different cameras. Okay. So let me check that. What are you telling me? There was an error. Okay, Keyard asks, could you have tool chooses on the screen, use keyboard shortcuts for PC and then on-screen buttons for phone and just click for everything? Yes, but okay, let me ask you this. This is a very simple game. It's not gonna go crazy. So most of the successful games, right? They don't have very complex controls, right? Gosh, from years ago, you have Angry Birds. There was like almost nothing. You just had a button, and then you just kind of flicked birds around. There was the only button you really had was settings. I kind of want to just keep the controls so dead simple that anyone can pick it up and play it. Now, but how do you make this kind of engaging, interactive game experience with such limited controls? And that's where I think creativity comes in. And so that's what I'm gonna. That's what I'm doing, man. I am just trying to make this an engaging game with just simple controls, but kind of a kind of complex undertone. You know, like sand building and all this stuff. Like I think it's kind of complex logic behind it. So even for something so light, you know. Anyway, yes, that's what I will be doing for like the different controls for him. Have I got Minecraft Pocket Edition? I don't. Is there very intuitive, awesome controls for that? Let me think. Let me think. Okay, object reference not set to an instance of an object. What are you talking about? Just tell me. Don't make me guess. I don't want to guess. Just tell me what you're talking about. On enable, terrain on dig plus equals dig callback. Dig callback is a function. Terrain dig is a control terrain dig. Oh, but maybe terrain dig is null because control terrain dig is blah blah. Wait, where is this? Sand collection script. Oh, I just typed something in here accidentally. Sand collection script. Sand collection script exists on the player camera? Nope. On the main camera? Nope. On the player. Yeah. Alright, so player. You also have a... What's the script you're looking for? So sand collection scripts we're using for control terrain dig. Control terrain dig. Oh, control terrain dig is on... Oh yeah, so I guess I have to keep you active. Alright. Cancel that. Play that. Control terrain dig is now a component in the child. Keyart says the controls in Minecraft are okay. You can do so much in Minecraft, but what I could do is simplify it for the game easily. And oh, Keyart just found out Control R refreshes the stream. Very nice. Meant to click back into Blender, but forgot. Alright, let me figure out what's going on wrong with my script, because I need to debug this. Object reference not set. Terrain, I'm guessing it's this guy, because onDig is a function that exists on the script, right? So if I like control click the script or F12 the script, wait, what am I doing? Control tab. onDig. onDig, yeah, there you go. There's an event. onDig, no problem. But it's saying that this part doesn't exist. Interesting. Interesting. Annoying. Every time I say interesting, I probably mean the word annoying when I say interesting. Man, that is interesting. That is so interesting. That, man, this terrain dig, so interesting. Let me go ahead and debug log the terrain dig just to see if it truly is null, because that's what I think the problem is. Alright, is this interesting? Null. So, naturally, that says there's an error. Oh, wait, I forgot to... Man, I totally forgot to do that. What is up, Bobby? Welcome back, man. Alright, so here we go. I figured out the problem. The problem was I didn't have this enabled, so since this whole object wasn't enabled, this control terrain dig wasn't enabled. Hence, I couldn't reference it. So now, hopefully, no errors. Beautiful. Can I jump out of this? Yup. Awesome. And let's see. Tab. Okay. I got to that camera. I can rotate around this purple dot. I can zoom in and out. And most importantly, I can dig. Dig and find milk. I found milk in the water. So yeah, there's milk inside the sand. So if you dig deep enough, you definitely find milk. Mmm, delicious. And then right click places it, and then you can keep just digging around. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I was able to dig and do that. Okay, what's next? Oh, if can I tab back? Yep. So luckily my two cameras are kind of working. What I really want to do is reset the view when you enable this one, so I definitely need to do that. And I find it pretty funny to have the little purple dot here. Like, I kind of find that as useful, so you know exactly what you're looking for. And he doesn't get too caught up on anything these days. Like, he doesn't get caught up on these holes. He kind of gets right through them. Nice. Oh, except that box. What's wrong with that box? Does it not have a rigid collider? Interesting. I gotta check it out. This box can move. Woohoo! I love how you can jump off the boxes too. If you time it just right, you can jump really high. Dun 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 dun. Oh, Bobby! Yeah, have you seen your character in this game yet? It's your guy. I colored him the way I, whatever. Colored him really simply with a couple colors. But it's him. It's not very good, but it's not horrible. Let's see. I'm gonna try to find him. If I double click player, there he is. He has kind of a texture. He's very low poly, but that's him, dude. That's the guy you drew in 3D. Amazing. Anyway, yeah, man. Took way too many hours, but it worked out, man. He's animated. He does his stuff. He walks around. My crouch, I gotta fix the crouch, so I'm kind of glad I'm showing this to you. The crouch, he just goes really fast. Dun, 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 dun. Most people don't crouch and walk this fast, and he has a bit bad. He has a bad left leg. It does some weird stuff. Yeah, eventually I will, dude. I would love to have some more characters drawn. But this took me way too long just to get this one character. So I think I'm going to hold off on making some art until like closer to the end. I just need to get all my mechanics and everything straight first. And then once I'm finally like at that stage where I'm polishing the game, I can start adding new characters and story and the high level stuff that I just haven't got to yet. Oh, I love that too. You bounce right off the box. Nice. Alright. Man, I think just the movement feels great. Like, I love how you can move around this map now. Just feels good. Except the crouch. I need to fix that crouch. Dun 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 dun. So fast. Why is this box stuck in time? Or in space? Alright, I'll figure it out. Oh, that's the fourth box that I added that had nothing to do with anything. Okay, cool. Alright, so what's next? we can tab between the two cameras. We can build sandcastles kind of in a 3D mode, wherever that purple dot is for right now. And then you can like kind of rotate around while you build and do whatever you need to do. I really want to make that option screen, so I guess the next 40 minutes is going to be me trying to learn how to make an option screen so I can say, hey, these are the controls for this. Alright. Bobby says, cool, you need other stuff like a menu screen or something drawn? Dude, yeah. I wouldn't even know where to start though, but that is totally what I need. I need something cool and eye-catching. Or even just like, I don't know. What I'm thinking is, I think I kind of need like just an initial like beach drawn, like from a nice top-down view, so I can kind of this is probably more long-term stuff, but I kind of want to procedurally generate the world, which means I want the computer to kind of randomize certain factors and basically create its own beach. But just to start off with, just the first beach, I think I just want to kind of create by hand. And yeah, like that would be amazing if I could get anything like that. Yeah, yeah. Let me just keep working, dude. I will try my best to figure out how this game is gonna feel and look. Uh, but I'm kind of feeling pretty good about the two views I'm having now. Like uh, at least how they work. I like the left click movement stuff. Right click doesn't really do anything here. That's what I need to do. Right click needs to do something on this screen. Oh, Keyard just sent me a long ass text. One sec, Keyard. And then I like the this tab thing. Let me see. This tab thing is pretty cool. Like this first person view where I can kind of rotate around what I'm building. Um, yeah, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Cool, done. All right. Back to what Keyard says. Kier says, earlier on another stream as I joined, I won a copy of CSGO, but I already had it, so he moved and gave it to someone else. Then 30 minutes later, he decided to randomly pick out another person, and I won again. God pack on Smite. How lucky am I? And Unity 5 has been optimized for UI now. Man, you are so lucky, Kiard. So there's like, I guess people... Is it just on like the game streams, or like every stream has like giveaways and stuff? Because I'm always curious, like, I don't know. I guess they have giveaways so that you would watch, right? That makes sense. Alright, option screen. Yes, how do we make an option screen? First things first, I want to make a button so you can get to the option screen. So let's do that first. So how do we make a button? Oh yeah? I watched, like, what, Latch and Friends? Like, I know he does giveaways, and it was pretty cool. Like, I liked how he interviewed other game developers about what they're doing, and he's like interviewing like really high level indie games, not like me indie games. But yeah, man, that's cool. And that's how you get the followers, I guess. You do like giveaways, and you do all these other crazy things. Yeah. What am I gonna give away? Like, I don't have much money. Like, I can't afford the things I need. Like, I still have a Sparko cam above my head right now. So, you know, I will just make a game, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, what's next? What's next? The option screen. So we need to make a button. So we have a sand collected UI right here. I might make the option button just something here on the top left. So we can go ahead and go to create UI button. So now we got this tiny little bitty button. Okay, if I double click this canvas in here, this canvas is huge compared to my world. As you see, my world is just down here in the corner. The canvas is this 19 by 20 by 1080, and I use these values just because that's a 1080p screen. That's the resolution for it, 920 by 1080. And then I matched it 50-50 so that if I did this like free aspect, that kind of affects the way. I'll get rid of the stats for now. So I have the sand 0. That 50-50 kind of determines the size of everything based on this aspect ratio, on the actual game screen ratio. So I guess to make that even more clear, let's make this kind of big. So this button right here that we have, let's see. Eesh. Select the button, please. Okay, what if I made this like 300? No, even bigger, like half the screen, which would be 1920, so around like 1,000, right? 1,000 by like 300. So we have this big old button, and I have the canvas scaled by the screen size, right? So if I scroll this down, I don't even know what I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, this is one of the good ways to do this scaling thing. But I kind of want this not to be so big. Like, I don't want this to be 1920 by 1080. So let's just look through these options right quick. All right, so screen overlay is basically draw the UI on top of the screen no matter what the cameras are doing inside of the screen space. Screen space camera, you have to choose a render camera and then you size everything up to that. Since we have multiple cameras, I don't want to do that. And world space, basically, hey, here's the screen, and unless your camera's looking at that screen, it's not going to work. So, fine. Overlay is the way we go. Alright, now the scaling mode, constant pixel size. So, if we made this... Alright, constant pixel size means this has no... Whatever size this is, it's going to be this size on every resolution device. It's not something we want. So if you're like on a little tiny phone screen with a low resolution, this button's going to be the whole screen basically, if not more than that whole screen. So we definitely don't want it to be a constant size. Constant physical size. Yeah, kind of similar to just a constant size. So screen, I think these settings are good. If I really kind of wanted to be smaller, I could just mess with these values. And I really don't want to do that, so that's fine. We'll keep everything at 1080p. And I don't have a problem messing with this as long as I see a preview here. Okay, gosh, a lot of that wording just so I can make a freaking button. So here we go. Here's a button. We're going to choose the anchors and everything to be on the top right. So I want it to be on the top right of the screen. I kind of want to give it a little bit of a... well, hold on. Before I even say any of that, let's put it at an appropriate size. So, like, let's say this is kind of a phone screen resolution, something like that, I guess. The appropriate size would be maybe like 300 by 300 or something. Smaller than that, 150 by 150. Yeah. You just want to make sure someone's fat, stubby fingers can click it if it was on a phone. And, I wanted to give it a little bit of a... Oh. So anchors are that. This is the position. Sorry, I'm trying to think. So 100 by negative 100. So if I say negative 110 by 110, is that what I want? I just kind of want to have a little buffer between the edge of the screen and the button. So okay, that looks good. So now we gotta say the text. For now, it's not gonna have a picture or anything. It's just gonna say the word options or settings, and I'm gonna do best fit, so it kind of scales to the button. Totally not the end graphics, but it's definitely gonna be what we use right now. Okay, so we got a button. So that button's gotta do stuff. And I'm out of drink. Great. Okay, so that button will have to do something. I say we create an overlay somehow. So let's see what we got. We have a panel. That's probably what we need. A panel, a button, a text, image, raw image, slider, scroll bar, toggle, input fields, canvas. Can you make a canvas in a canvas? Interesting. Not what I really want there. I think the panel sounds good. So a panel. So this is going to be a panel inside of the screen. So okay, this panel is going to be our options panel. So I don't really know exactly how to call all of this stuff, so I am going to have to figure it out. I'm thinking. I've never done this before, so this is brand new stuff for me. Okay, so we have this panel. If I wanted to give it a little bit of a... what if I don't want it to stretch the whole size of this canvas? What can I do? I don't know what those options are. Can I scale this in any form? Good. Good. Okay, so that's the scale right here. Okay. So if I wanted to not fill up the whole screen, say I just wanted to fill it up like 80% of the screen all the way around. That's good. Okay, in the panel, I want to do a layout, right? So say I wanted to lay out, you know what I want? I really want basically Sorry, scratching my leg. I really want to have like a, not quite a toggle, but different fields you can click on the top, and then these different fields would give different so it'd be tabs, basically tabs on the top, and you'd have your video settings, your input settings, your sound settings, all that junk. So, and then I'll have, of course, a secret debug settings place. I'm going to go learn a little bit about the UI, and I invite you to join me. So let's say tabs input Unity. First, I just want to see what's been done. Not what I want it to look at. Let's look at some images first. Let's find some cool UI. Not seeing what I want. Tabs, panels, input Unity. The correct way to switch UI panels. Alright, I'll definitely take it. What is the correct way to switch between UI panels in the new UI system? For example, I have a menu. It has 4 submenus. The default one, play, options, quit, and then play menu, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so someone answered with the best answer here. Multiple options exist. Each has its own benefits and drawbacks. As far as I can tell, there is no definitive correct way. If your menu performance is constrained, then benchmarking on your current device is required. You can enable and disable different panels. Sounds good. Instantiate or destroy. Not recommended. It'll kill your garbage collector. Moving in hierarchy, so it renders behind. Or okay, that's pretty cool. Moving the inactive windows off screen, or disabling or modifying renders. Okay. All very cool. All makes sense. I will kind of take that advice. Okay. So I kind of want to have 2 panels. One panel is going to be your tabs, basically your video, blah 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 blah, options, settings, sound, whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. One panel is going to be, I'll call it tabs for now. Tabs panel. Tabs panel is going to be, for now, we'll just make this a full screen thing. Maybe later I'll look into making it partial screen. So I definitely want it to be on the left side. And I also want it to be placed on the left. I'm so confused. Okay. Oh yeah, and Keyard says, so I just found out my internet can't handle streaming Twitch and Google Maps at once. Google Maps, really? That's crazy. Okay, so the width. I just want it to be partial screen, so I'm not going to actually set the width. Ah, yeah, I see. Why did this not have a width? And this has a width. I'm confused. Someone help me. Alright, this panel, this is a panel, and this is a panel. This one has a rect transform of a different kind than this one. So confused. So confused. Okay, this is what I think. I think we're going to have a main panel. And then within that panel we can have subpanels. Right? Is that what you're telling me? Panel 1, panel 2, panel, we went just those 2 for now. We better make 3. And panel 3. And I'll tell you why. Okay. So main panel is just that, main panel. I'm going to move all this junk into main panel. Actually, I'll put it in this panel. And we'll call this in-game panel. And so in-game panel is going to have the sand collected. I hate whatever's happening though. Can I set this transparency to something a lot better? Like, no. Completely transparent. Or even better, can I just not have you render? I don't want you rendering at all. I'm just using you for your panaliciousness. I'm just removing all the canvas renderers. Okay, just the image, which is kind of like a tint, which I really don't want right now. Alright. Might have been more helpful for these two. I'm going to undo it for this guy and for this guy. Alright, so there's two, but I'm going to disable them for now. Alright, so these two I'm going to work on later. This is the in-game panel. This is the UI you will see when you're in-game. So we have sand collected, a settings button, and a text. What's the text? Where's the text? Who's the text? Oh, are you part of the settings button? Oh yeah, you're go inside of the button. Thanks. Alright, so settings button has its own text. Okay, so in game, these are the two things we see. I'm cool with that. Alright, so the next panel is going to be our tabs, the tabs that we want to see. So here we go. Panel 1 is going to be tabs panel. And tabs panel is going to... Alright, so it is that crazy thing that I thought it was. Let's go ahead and enable you so you're kind of white. X, I'm going to say you're 20%. And I want to pivot, I want to place you on the left hand side. Come on. Not going to let me do that? Position, 0. Oh, not quite 0. This divided by 2, I guess. 1920 by 1080. I don't get what you want from me. Is the main panel scaled in any way? No. In-game panel? No. You shouldn't be scaled either. Canvas should be 1920 by 1080. Yeah. Oh no, it's this weird thing. How do I change that? Some values can be driven by canvas. Oh. I see. So you are always going to just be modified by you. So if I scale you really down, my height should be some low number. Okay. It's messing with the width and the height, which is okay. I don't mind that too much, but gosh, I just don't understand the UI stuff yet. Okay, well, for sure I want you to be whatever size you need to be. So even if I made you like 100, 100 and put you dead center of this thing. Alright, let's make you bigger just so I can see. 500, 500. Alright, so you're dead center there. If I made you really big, are you always going to be 500 by 500? No, right? You're going to be whatever size you need to be, right? I don't understand. My mind doesn't wrap around this yet. So you're going to be 500, 500 no matter what? No, you're scaling. You're definitely scaling. Okay. So it scales. So it's not exactly 500 by 500 because main panel is probably not 500 by 500. Oh. Oh. I think when I see, I kind of break it when when I use this thing, I break that thing somehow. So if I undo, right now it's on, all I have is stretch, stretch. Okay. Okay, so I'm stretching. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm starting to understand. Our mode right now, stretch and stretch. This is going to stretch to whatever size the canvas is, and this canvas is very stretchy. Okay, in-game panel is also going to stretch. Tabs panel is not stretching right now. So if I stretch, now I have the stretch. So where do I want all this to be? 0 for sure, 0 for sure. So I want that to be on the left-hand side. Right, I don't know yet. Oops, 0.5. And the pivot point 0. If I made U 0, I'm just thinking. I don't know anything yet. So if I made you 200, right? Or negative 200, negative 700, 700, 800. Okay, maybe I don't want it to stretch on this side. I want you to be on the left on this side. So if I made you 300, I'd rather just put a percentage. I don't want to be putting what I'm putting right now. Yeah, whatever. See, this works. I don't mind putting 0.25. Yeah, but how did I do that? So this is basically 25% of the screen, and I'm going to make it kind of a blue. There we go. That's where our tabs are going to be. Okay, and then this is going to be our settings panel. Alright, so Keyart says, I just found, yeah, okay. To be honest, I was changing the angle to get relative heights of my school for game model. UI is AIDS. Yeah, like, it's bad. I hope that's what you mean by that, because it's kind of hard. He had the code years in 4.3, about 30 to 40 lines for 2 buttons that were always in the middle. Oh gosh, that sounds even worse. I mean, I'm very thankful to have this UI component. I just need to understand it. I never took the time to actually learn it. So that's what I'm doing right now, on the air, 45 minutes in, learning how to do this. Alright, so here we go. We got this. I definitely want it to be enabled now. So now it's over the whole thing. I want it to start, this one I want to start on the right side. So I can somehow just do it like that, but stretch everything and somehow just say 0.75, but I want it to be on the right hand side. So how do I do that? It's very bad. Yes, agreed. I totally understand that. Pivot points, maybe it's to do with the pivot points. Jeez. Alright, stretchy, stretchy. Stretchy, stretchy. Yeah, very nice. Let's scale this a little bit, like a 0.6, a 0.6, a 0.75. Okay, no, I do not understand what is going on. 0.75. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. And that's it. I just don't know what I'm doing. But I have 2 panels. One panel on the left, one panel on the right. One panel is just to select the different options. One panel is to select your actual options. And I kind of tweak the values until I got a 25%, 75% thing. So hopefully now when I scale this around, it just stays that ratio. And it looks like it's doing pretty good at keeping consistent. So, hey, looks good enough for me. Okay, so I got these panels. Now we're going to put stuff on those panels. Right now, all I really want to do is maybe change some of the inputs. So that's what I'll try to do. So under the settings, I won't even worry about the tabs panel yet. I'm going to make some more stuff. I'm going to make a button. These buttons are way too small, and I don't know, I feel like I need to change the size of my UI so that this all kind of makes sense. So like if I went to Like, in what normal world would a button be 160 by 30? Like, maybe in a world that's 800 by 600? Or, let's see. Let me make sure I get this right. Alright, so 1920 divided by 1080 is that crazy number. I'm going to store that number. So if I said 800 by 600, 600 by 1066, or maybe 800 divided by what we just stored, 450, so 800 by 450, how would that look? Yeah, that button seems a little more reasonable, but the scale looks really off. Basically, when I insert buttons and stuff, I kind of want it to be reasonable. 720 divided by that crazy number we just did, 405. $480. How do I make it not look so stretched? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. No, it's too big. That's what she said. Alright. Yeah, that's looking better. What are you telling me? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to pretend I didn't see any of that. What if I did 640 divided by, or divided by this number? 640 by 360. Final answer. What if I just said 600? 600 divided by crazy number. Alright, I think I liked 640 by whatever I'm doing. 360? Cool. 640 by 360. That sounds good enough for me. We had to play with some of these numbers again. Alright, so the settings, the in-game panel, the sand collected. What do we want to do with this? Definitely want to right align it. I don't really want to right align it, because then the number will adjust kind of where the sand is. But at the same time, I guess I don't want it this big either. 150, 100, 150, 160, 170. Don't know. Don't know what I want. Let's just do a 200. And let's just give it a negative. So if it's 100, let's give it an, yeah, that's fine there. But if it's 200, let's give it a negative 110. Okay, I see what's going on. No, Cortana, shut up. Be quiet. What are you doing? Stop opening stuff. I gotta disable that. Alright. Is that still too many numbers? I think that's gonna be fine. Should I not best fit this? Okay. That kinda looks pretty good too. I'm not gonna do best fit anymore. I'm gonna definitely make you like 100 now. Negative 50. Yeah. So basically that number has that much space to grow, which is good. And that's good. I'm happy with all of that. Let's look at our settings button. Now we just got to make you something more reasonable, like 100 by 100. Maybe even less than that, 75 by 75. There's no real way to actually do this. 55, negative 55. No best fit for you. Where's the text? Yep, it seems good to me. Okay. Now that I totally lost what I'm doing, and what I really should do is just write down exactly everything I need to do and then just put it on here, but I'm kind of doing everything ad hoc on the fly, so this is very messy. So okay, the first thing we want to do is the input. Basically all our controls. But what we need is a settings file or settings object to hold all our settings. So that's totally going to be a script that we make. We're just going to call this settings. Yeesh. I know. It's got to be some kind of default thing. I don't want to call it settings class because that's too name, like I don't like having the name of a variable in the name or type, you know. So settings F it, it's just settings. We'll see what happens. Settings, okay. This is not going to be a mono behavior, so I'm not exactly sure how this will work. Public class settings. Everything's going to be I just want to make sure I'm saying it right, a static public variable, and it's kind of just, it's going to be a data holder. It's not going to do anything. So this class has no methods. It's just going to be data. So, okay. Public static. What's more important, static or public? I'm going to say public first. Public static key code. Let's just start with some easy stuff. Jump equals keycode dot space. Public static keycode oh man, this is gonna kill me because you know why? Because I'm thinking left and right, and somehow Unity don't want to like overdo what Unity's done for me already. And what Unity's done is if I go to input, go to horizontal, like it knows how to get the axis. So like if I hit left on like an Xbox controller, it knows if it's halfway left only go 0.5, and if it's all the way left it goes 1. So if me trying to write my own like settings file this way, I'm going to overwrite this stuff, and that is not what I want to do. Oh, but I don't really want to do all of this either. Oh my gosh. Options is a hard thing to do, and I am understanding that now. You have to totally understand what's going on. So screw everything I just said. This is totally going to be a mono behavior. And I'm totally going to go start right away. Input. What can I get from input? Input dot. I'm just going to look at what we got. Get position, get rotation, get touch. Oh wow, all sorts of awesome stuff. So get button is a boolean. Get button down. Alright, so how do you oh Google, can you answer something for me? I have a question about Unity input Unity change input at runtime. How do you do that? So you can't do that. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just saying okay because it looks like a lot of people are just using like custom input managers, which the only part that scares me is that left, right, up, down thing, the get access part. I don't know exactly how to read that. Alright, so I'm not going to have much luck, it seems. So I won't be able to map different keys for different things. Not right away, at least. Get access on button? No. Alright, screw that. I guess I won't be able to change the input for now. It's kind of a bummer, because I really want to. I want to change that axis. I can change a lot of it. The only ones I can't change is the horizontal and the vertical. So let's go ahead and maybe still think about doing what I said. Alright, just for now, not even worrying about public or not public, we're going to have a jump key. We're going to have a crouch key. Ooh, I got to fix that. We're going to have a walk key. We're going to have a jump key, a crouch key, a walk key, I'm just going to call main action key, a alternate, you know what, I think select, gosh, let's look at input setting screen. Just want to see some setting screens. How about controller input settings screen? Let's say like first we'll try like Final Fantasy. How does Final Fantasy do this? You have an OK, a cancel, menu, start, switch, page up. So up, down, left, right, totally. Assist might be a good word. Select, input, controller, screen. I don't know. I am just grabbing at straws right now. Map, key map screen. Okay. Oh Lord. What am I even looking at? See a lot of bio stuff, keyboards, Pac-Man. Pac-Man? Alright, there's nothing I want to do. And it's already past an hour. Okay, so I might call it quits in just a bit. It's been a long day and I am sleepy. Okay. Screw that. We're just gonna have like an OK, select button, OK button, main button. What about just primary, secondary? So we have a jump, crouch, walk, primary, secondary. And then mouse primary, mouse primary, int mouse secondary. Key code, what else do we have? Key button code or something? Anything with the word code? Nothing. Joystick? How do you get joystick buttons in Unity's? Unity get joystick input. Oh, you get axis and then you get the, oh, interesting, interesting. Get axis joy I. Yeah, let's go back. Input. Horizontal, vertical are mapped to joysticks. AWSD and arrow keys. Mouse X, mouse Y. If you're using input for any kind of movement behavior, use input get axis. Yeah. Mobile devices, multiple fingers. Lordy, there's just so much. There's so much input. And I am just one. I am just one man with no input. Alright, let's see. I'm about to just throw my hands up in the air and call it a day. But before I do, but before I do, Keyard says, "Oh no! Is it just because I'm getting tired and wanting to give up pretty soon? I mean, just for today, not overall." I think so. I'm in my head right now, and it's blank in there. It's like, dude, I don't know what you're trying to do, and really, you need to have a plan before you start coming on here and streaming to people. And I totally agreed with myself. I gotta have a freaking plan. I want to make an option screen. Okay, that's what I'll do. Last 5-10 minutes. What do I want to do? Have an option screen. What's the option screen going to have? We're going to have input. We're going to have walk. How can you walk? I'm thinking you can hold down shift to walk. You can hold down joystick button like 2 to walk. Or you can hold down... No, that's it. That's all you can do to walk. So let me just kind of... These are kind of the default settings that I'm thinking. To jump, you can do... Yep, let me think. Keyboard space. Or you could do joystick button 1. And then crouch. Keyboard control or joystick button, I'm gonna say like 5 or something crazy, or let's say 4. I don't know, doesn't matter. Main action for the camera that you're looking at. Main camera, which is the main, either a tap, a mouse click. Okay, yeah. Anyway, we'll just say it all right there. Main. It's going to be on the keyboard. I don't know if we have a main on the keyboard. Let me just check. Does Fire 1 or main have a control on the keyboard? If I go to project settings, input, main has no keyboard input. So no keyboard, so it's just going to be left click. Let's say what device first. Mouse, left click. Touch on a device. No, Cortana! No! Why? Why? Why does Cortana hate me? Hey Cortana, why do you hate me?
I'll have to think about that. Could take me a while. Don't wait up.
Yeah, I hate you too. Okay, mouse left click, touch. What else does main? We'll say joystick button 0. Alternate. Mouse right click. Right now, Unity does like 2-finger touch is the alternate for joystick button 3. Better yet, and I don't know what I'm thinking here and if it even matters. Joystick button 1 and 0 and 1 do main and alternate. Okay. So main on third person will move you. Let's get into that detail a little bit. Main third person moves character. Main first person digs in sand. I'm just putting this all down just so I have it, so my mind is not so clouded with these thoughts. Alternate third person. What does alternate third person do? It does nothing right now. Alternate first person places sand. Moves character, digs in sand. Yeah, I'm with my second one. Why does it have to be capitalized? Alright, main third person moves character, main first person digs in sand, alternate third person does nothing, alternate first person places sand. Then finally, like some camera controls. So we have all these different controls, and this is like putting this down makes me realize maybe I need to narrow that scope down a little bit. Camera. Let's see. Rotate camera left. We'll just call it horizontal. Horizontal. Keyboard horizontal. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Joystick horizontal. I see that you don't like what I did here. Let's just go 3. 4. I like 4. Alright, sorry. Alright, rotate camera. You can go keyboard horizontal, joystick horizontal. Zoom camera. Keyboard vertical, joystick vertical. What else can we do? I would love to pan the camera, but we have no actions for that. So rotate camera, zoom camera, first, third person, first, third person. I guess we can have it in all of them. Okay. I was gonna say maybe just pan camera in first person, but even in first and third person, you can pan it a little bit around the character, and then we'll just have constraints where you can't pan too far away from the player. Or maybe we can. Maybe we'll have a lock mode and a follow mode or something. Oh my gosh! So many controls. On a touchscreen, I don't know how we'll manage all of this plus some other stuff. Buttons and modes and all that seem to be the way we're going to have to go. takes coordinates. I'm going to put this in square brackets, because some of these will take coordinates. Rotate camera. Those two don't take coordinates right now. Touch will take coordinates. Oh, nice. I like it. Touch, double tap. Yeah, haven't thought of my touch stuff yet, but that makes perfect sense. Double click to either walk or run, and probably run better. And hey, what's up, dude? Oh my gosh, yeah, man. I am kind of struggling right now with the controls, so I figured I'm just gonna write it all out here, just so I can wrap my mind around it. So I got a walk, I got a jump, I got a crouch. Things that don't really affect the gameplay, so I really don't need those things right up front. I forgot the main camera thing. Switch cameras. That is tab, keyboard tab. Might want to figure out what to do there too with the joystick and all of that. So we got switch cameras, rotate camera, zoom camera, pan camera. This is the meat. This is the meat of the gameplay right here. Main and alternate. Main is basically moving the character and digging. Alternate is in third person. I don't know what to do. Maybe nothing. And then you can place sand. How do I place sand with just a touch screen with one input? I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. Maybe it'll just be a little toggle at the top that he's either digging or placing sand. Anything else? I don't know. I think my mind's a little bit broken, and I'm probably gonna go get some dinner in just a sec. So I might quit in a minute here. So I'm just thinking though. We got walk, jump, crouch. I don't know. Oh, Severed Skull says, how things been going? Got a face interview with Lockheed Martin tomorrow morning. Pretty psyched. Oh, dude, awesome. Lockheed Martin, man. You're going to be making weapons and going crazy. Game coming along. Okay, I'll show you what I got, and then I'll quit the stream. I was trying to make an options panel, and that's not going so well. So obviously, you know, most sands have milk as water, so I definitely put milk all around the place. Yeah, so no, I got this place going. I took away all this like crazy movement stuff I had. Oh yeah, Kiard's studying to be an aerospace engineer. So he's all about what you're about to interview for. Let's see. So definitely have milk everywhere. All the movement stuff I simplified to just a rigid body, basically a capsule moving in space, and then just animating based on the capsule stuff. And yup, the sand is delicious chocolate chip cookies. Hey, it's better than moon rocks, so +1 for me. So he has a little purple dot in front of him. I don't exactly know what I'm going to make that be later, but that purple dot is basically when you hit tab, that's exactly where you zoom in, and you can kind of like start digging around here and you know, digging and placing and doing your sand stuff here. And so I got the left, right, back and forward. Maybe not very sensitive right now, but that's kind of how it works. And you just kind of dig and play around. We tried the first person controller. Like I had like a legit first person, you know, you move mouse free looks around and left, right, up, down moves your character, and it was not conducive to making sandcastles. Like it felt horrible. So that's why I kind of just fell back to this kind of like one single point in the world, and And now I just kind of want to figure out how to like rotate around it, zoom it. Well, I can do that stuff, zoom and rotate around it, but I want to also maybe pan it a little bit so that you don't have to just stay this one single point. But I don't want it to be like a first-person controller. Yeah, so you say you have a thought of something. So yes, please shoot away, man, while I play around here. Oh, cool. I didn't know I could just hit tab on the chat and it shows me the viewers. I'm learning so much today. Oh, I definitely got to fix the crouch speed too. Alright, Severed Skull says, one thing he had an issue with is if the sand goes, and he put sand in quotes because it's really crushed cookies right now, if the sand goes too high, the hit scan is going to unintentionally. Yes, you're right. And actually, what I'm going to do for the hit scan, or basically when he says hit scan, whatever, when I click something, when it raycasts something from the camera down to the plane, I'm going to make it just the plane. I'm not going to do like the top of the hill or any, like, am I going to do the top of the hill? I don't know. I haven't thought of it. Anyway, sorry. I was gonna just make it a plane. I wasn't thinking of like mapping the terrain to the hit scan. But all right, let's see. You think you can add sand based on hold duration and auto heighten? All right, let me think of what that means. Do you think you can add sand based on the hold duration and auto heighten? That way, they just hold down the finger or mouse and it will raise the height constantly, rather than run the risk of adding sand to areas unintentionally. Same thing, lol. I think I understand. Are you asking, like, if I... So, hold on. I am going to look at my sand script right quick. It's going to take me just a minute. And I know you're like, dude, this is not what I asked for. Sand castle placer? No. Sand castle destroyer. Sand collection. Where's my control terrain dig? Yeah, this one. So instead of like checking if I move the hold on. Don't go anywhere. Oh, maybe it's not here. Yeah, it's got to be here. Here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. This whole second part. I'm checking if you move the mouse. So, like, if I did all this, just main, in place, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to save that right quick. So right now, without me checking the mouse position, if I hold down a button, oops, in first person mode once I get out of here, if I hold down a button here in the sand, it digs forever, or like it builds up for, well, let me get a lot of sand first. So I'm going to grab some sand from this area in general. Lots of sand, lots of sand. And then I hold down in one spot, it kind of keeps growing, right? And this is, I think, a problem, right? Because now I got this big old mound. So, I'm holding down my finger or mouse, and it will raise the height constantly. So that's what it does now. But I think you're trying to ask me something different, or trying to tell me something different. At least that's my gut telling me. Yeehaw! I love the double jump on the box. It makes me feel so happy when I do it. Sometimes I don't pull it off and I'm like, oh, that's sad. But when I pull it off, I am so happy. I think that'd be such a cool action adventure dynamic where you jump into a scene and then you start shooting everything. Like, wah, yeehaw! Anyway, sorry. Enjoying my movement mechanics a little too much. Get on there! Get up on there! Get up on there! Yeehaw! Get up on there! I can do it! That's how you climb things. Oh, jumping from a mid-air box. Yeah! By the way, Severed Skull, my little brother drew this character and I made him in 3D from scratch. he's even textured. So if I like double click on him, like those eyes are textures. So yeah, he's pretty low poly, and he's kind of not the best quality, but dude, I made him, and I'm happy with it. So I think I lost Severed because I'm just waiting for him to reply back, and I think I don't have him anymore. So yeah, got to work on that mechanic. And while I'm just here thinking about things I got to fix before I go, I'm going to fix the crouch speed, because right now if I crouch and move around, he's like, I'm so fast, I'm still crouching and I'm going so fast. So I got to fix that. So let's go fix that. That's basically on the movement first, third person, or just movement in general, I think. I don't remember. So movement. Oh, dude, tell. Oh, feeds are like 25 seconds behind. My bad, man. But did he say something else? Oh wait, he said stuff. I don't know what you're telling me now. What is this? Oh, this is the expl. You are the man. Sorry, I'm the one that's an idiot. I didn't see these chat things happening. Okay, so flat pane. When you're digging, yes, that's what happens. When you are, oh, I see. And I was actually facing that when I was placing things. So brilliant, 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 brilliant. And kind of what I said, I kind of understand. Like, instead of if you're looking down this way and you have your mouse here and it's casting a ray here, like, you don't want to keep digging like that way. You want to, if you want to dig a straight hole like that, definitely do that. But really what should happen is there should be a plane here, an invisible plane, and every time I just click here it will dig in that area, as opposed to always ray casting like this. So yes, 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 I 100% agree with what you're saying. But then, like, if it gets way too big, like I don't know, I'll try to just keep going with this thought. But like, what I worry about is if it gets way too big, like something like this, and I want to add more here, it's going to be a little jarring trying to click right here, because you don't know where right here is, I guess. So that's, man, it's like, I don't know exactly what to do here. Tell me more about that hit scanning, because I am kind of just raycasting. I'm not doing grids or anything. I'm just well, the height map itself is a grid. How are you going to do that with all the height variances? You'd have to parent the plane. You'd have to parent that plane to the character. Well, no, I was just gonna make a plane at 0, and then basically if you click anywhere on that plane, that's where that thing would happen, like the digging or the placing of the sand. But because to avoid this, right? But I think at a certain point you kind of wanna, I don't know, my logic and my thoughts right now are just crazy. I'll figure it out though. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So like, if the character's already on this like heightened area, that plane's gonna be at 0, so it wouldn't really be good. And I understand. Yep. Maybe, yeah, maybe the plane will just always be at the level of the character, and so wherever you're standing, that's kind of, or wherever that pink dot is, that's kind of the 0 level plane, even if you're offset up to 25 or lower than 25. It's all about feelings for me. So yeah, man, I got this. I got this, man. Got this, mang, with a G at the end. Yep, thanks for that. Okay, I'm gonna fix crouching and I'm gonna call it a day. So how do I do? Where's the speed? Who am I? Where am I going? What's going on? I'm programming a game here? What? What's going on? Alright, what am I doing really? I gotta find this freaking, I remember it's like movement equals movement. That's the one line of code I remember. Here we go. It's in first person. It's just in first person? Alright. So if is walking, go 50%. If is crouching, yeah. If it's crouching, is that a thing? I would say go like 30%. And I got to do the same thing on this one. So I know I have something about is walking. Here we go. I'm going to say else if is crouching, go 30%. Hopefully that fixes the speed thing that I'm having troubles with here. Dude, now that you say chocolate chip cookies, I think that's delicious, man. Like milk and chocolate chip cookies. Call this chocolate chip cook. I don't even know. This sounds awesome. Alright, so I'm walking, half speed, awesome. Crouching, his animation's still too fast. His speed is good. Why is his animation so fast? I gotta figure that out. I think I gotta fix that in the animator. So that's animations, controllers, first person, third person, third person, crouching. Alright, what's... Oh, I know what I need to know. First person walking forward. That's this one? Yes. What is your velocity? 0.560. So, I think right now, I think the speed he's moving is at 5.661. Oh, you know what? I think he's moving at... Oh, crap. I don't even remember. I think I need to make his crouching speed 1. And to do that, all I have to do is take this number, 0.560, divide it by 1. Except the other way around. 1 divided by 0.560. 1.78. 1.79. Alright, so that's what I gotta do. Just set these animations to, I guess, 1.79. That's just a little slower than it was. Maybe I gotta divide it by 2. I don't remember. We can actually play with it while it's happening, I think. Yeah, still too fast. What if I divide that by 2? So 1.8 divided by, I think it's just 0.9, right? Whoa. I think that looks good. I mean, I know his legs are all effed up, but at least he's... Yeah, I think that's fine. Or good enough for me. I'm not too worried about the animation anymore. I was like so gung-ho about the animation when I first started. Now I'm like, screw that. Simplicity rules everything. Just make this an easy vector physics guy. It'll be fine. Yeehaw! My favorite, jumping off these boxes. I don't know. What are you asking me, Keyard? What was going on where? I was just trying to fix the crouching. But his leg is all kind of screwed up. Excuse me. Alright. Well, with that, I think I'm going to go, y'all. I think I am totally done with doing whatever I'm doing. So, you can catch this video on YouTube. You can catch me on Twitter at ETdoFresh. The link to the YouTube playlist will be, it's just like right under the Twitch. So I have like a whole bunch of different panels, and like one's my schedule, and the other one's like archive, and the archive will be the playlist. And Keyard says something looks like the mushroom after being squashed. What, the guy? When I crouch? Yeah, maybe. All right, everybody. Yeah, later, Severed Skulls. Later, Keyard. Thank you for coming to the channel. I mean, having you guys makes it just so much better. It makes this a lot funner experience. So thank you all for joining me. And I'll be back. What's it? Today is Wednesday. So yeah, I'll be back Friday. Wait, no, today's Tuesday. I'll be back Thursday. Sorry, I'm still not used to my fall schedule yet. See you guys. Thank you for coming. See you guys Thursday. Bye.